Hey everybody. How are we all doing this morning? Let's see. Thank you guys for all the comments coming in. That's funny. I am doing some self-mastery work right now. And so I'm journaling, and I'm also reading this book here. Really just barely cracking it open, honestly, but looking at the contents page might be kind of hard to see. But you guys ever read this book, Question Behind the Question by John Miller? And it's about what to really ask yourself to eliminate blame, victim thinking, complaining, and procrastination. I'll be honest, I first kind of thought like, maybe I don't need that. But I'm gonna keep my mind open. There's a quote in here that goes, "I saw the angel in the marble, and I chiseled until I set it free." That's really nice. From Michelangelo. That's really cool. Oh, thanks, guys. Canestock says hello. Hi, everybody. Hello, good morning, good day. What time of day is it for you guys? My girlfriend has a similar pajama. Ooh, marble? Well, you gotta introduce us then, because clearly we're both on the same wavelength. If we both like marble. Is that the Bible? Well, it's gonna be my Bible for the next little while, but no, not really. Los Angeles. Nice. Have you ever been to San Francisco? That's where I am. She's cute and simple lady. Thank you. Rana says hi. Florian says 456. I don't know why. Muslim boy. Oh. Someone here's into fitness. Moin Fitness Fit. Nice to meet you. I'm into fitness too. I'm a fitness and nutrition coach, so we've got something in common there. Let's see, so sweet and very, very nice and lovely. Very sweet. 10:26 a.m. Oh, me too. It's probably because we're both in the same place. Oh, 230456. I don't know what any of that means, if that's the time. Indian Muslim boy. All right. San Francisco has expensive prices. Well, doesn't any city? Any big city probably would. And I don't know if you mean the whole entire San Francisco, like, or do you mean just a certain industry or a certain place? Ew, San Francisco. I mean, yeah, it's got some icky vibes too. Hi girl, how are you? I'm good. How are you? You're beautiful. Thank you. How are you, my friend? I am good. How are you? So much pimples on your cheeks. I know. I've been breaking out really bad. And then, of course, the lighting is on the side that's kind of, gone rogue, but oh well. It just is what it is. Big eyes like a pug. I never heard that before, but you ain't wrong. From Kenya, Africa. Wow. Hello. Oh, look, it's I for information. How are you? Currency Center. How are you? I'm good. How are you doing? Butterface. Ha. Okay, thank you. 827 in Russia. That's awesome. Nice to meet you all the way in Russia. Oh, I hear there's a lot going on over there right now, and I send my Love and peace to you guys. Looks like you have an X-ray vision. X-ray vision, do I? That'd be kind of cool. Today, I'm doing good. How are you doing, Charlie Windsor? Windsor. Hello. Can we please be friends? Sure. Boom. Friends. Very beautiful. Thank you. Oh my goodness, the comments just keep coming. You have a boyfriend? Yes. I am happily taken. If you go onto my socials, you'll see. I don't brag about him that much, but just enough to where it's like, okay, yeah. It's kind of obvious. She's taken. Oh, liked and subscribed from New Zealand. That's awesome. Nice to meet you all the way out in New Zealand. Hello from Mexico. Mexico! I'm Brazilian. Ooh. My dad went to Brazil for a couple years and he picked up on Portuguese, and so he would come home and speak to me in Portuguese, and I had no idea. Although he did teach me one phrase, tu és mi joia, which he told me that it means you are my jewel. So I thought that was very sweet at the time. Now I kind of have some other thoughts about it these days. Diesel Weasel, that's a funny name. Can you give a shout out to my mom? She's battling some personal issues right now. Her name is Dixie Normus. I will give the most deepest sentimental shout out to her. Whatever you are going through, my dear friend, do your best to find the peace. Where do you live? I'm out here in the Bay Area of San Francisco in California. She has a mustache. Yeah, it might be that time where I need to kind of, trim the stash. It's really funny. Ever since just being on here for so many years, you really don't get bothered by very upfront, unnecessary, just downright comments that would otherwise bring people down. But, when you, don't really have a facade or don't really have, an image you're trying to uphold, and you just show up as yourself and you just love yourself unconditionally. So when someone says, looks like she has a mustache, it's like that, I feel like used to, would have really bothered me, maybe back in high school or middle school, whatever. But I'm, way older now. I'm kind of curious as to how old y'all think I am. And shit like that just doesn't affect me at my core. In fact, I kind of go along with it. Like you saw, looks like she has a mustache. I'm so not bothered by that comment. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I need to go. No, I don't. I'm not gonna be insecure about it. If it looks like I have some hair growing on my upper lip, so be it. I don't know, if people say that anyways, just to, have a conversation here, but, I'm obviously looking, so can't be bothered. Man, I'm really falling behind on all these comments. Sorry guys, what's your... I don't know what his bench press is. And I'll give you why is your right eye higher than your left? I don't know. Yep, Madeline is my name. Grow out the stash, huh? You are working right now? No, I'm not working right now. I'm at home. I mean, I work for myself, so I am my own CEO, founder, whatever. So I guess technically I kind of am, but I'm not like miserable. So that's nice. Does anyone have anything like cool they want to share rather than just like silly little insults? Hello from Sweden. Oh. I know that I have something I want to share, and that's the reason why I'm here. I just kind of wanted to, you know, just meet you guys first and bring you all in and answer any comments or questions or whatever. I really can't see all that well from this far away, so I kind of have to get pretty up close. But then that kind of hurts my neck after a while too, because it's a whole lot of forward leaning. So, but yeah. Kill the Batman 87. Now you've gone over, not quite 35, but you've got the right mindset. I see what you're doing. Gotta overshoot and then, you know, work your way down. Hello, hello everybody. Thank you guys for the sweet comments. Oh, definitely in your 30s. You got that right. I love your nails. Oh, thank you, girl. I just painted them myself. And this is like, I call this my working hand. It's my dominant hand, so the nail, you know, they're nice. They're still very nice, but they're shorter. Then you got the elegant hand where my nails are like hella long and like they don't do half the work, so they don't get ripped off like the nails on this hand do. And so my nails are natural. These are mine, and I painted them, and I get compliments on them all the time. It's really, really nice. I appreciate it. I get them from my mom. I cannot take any credit for this. It's genetics all from my mom. She's got beautiful hands. I don't want to skip over anybody, but I am like so behind on comments. But anyways, and now I need some water. I'm so thirsty. Are you guys drinking your water? That's probably like a good question to ask. Kind of a good segue. I will drink at least 1.5 of these today. And one of these is 1.9 liters. So I round up to 2. That's about 2 liters. That's a good thing. Let's see. It's really nice to meet everybody. This is kind of like one of the first few times where my channel is like really getting out there, and so this is like the most amount of comments. This is the most amount of everything. And it's really nice to like meet so many people. This is really cool. It's like, this is an amazing way to get yourself out there, meet new people. Oklahoma City. I've never been there. What is it like over there? Where am I from? I'm in San Francisco, basically. 30 minutes from San Fran, so not quite in San Francisco, but more in like the quieter parts outside of San Francisco. Kind of like, actually I can't really make a comparison. It's kind of like if you're in New York, but it's much cheaper to like live outside of New York. I'm forgetting exactly like what little cities or what state is like right next that most people go to. Jersey was the first name that came to mind, but I don't know if that's even true, so don't quote me on that. So I got myself kind of ready. Reading this book. Might be nice to actually read this out loud. I don't know if that would bore people to death or if that would be interesting. But kind of a good way to knock two birds with one stone. So if I wanted to read and inspire and to practice my speaking skills, then we're doing pretty good here. So if you haven't already caught this, I'm reading QBQ, Question Behind the Question, by John Miller. What to really ask yourself to eliminate blame, victim thinking, complaining, and procrastination. Are any of you guys dealing with any of that? Let's see. The book you hold in your hands is not the original version of QBQ. It's better. The original was created a decade and a half ago when my friend and writing partner David Levin and I downsized my first book from Personal Accountability from its 299 pages to the more readable QBQ, and that's when the fun began. Much to our delight, the market responded enthusiastically, and we're honored that more than 1 million books have landed in readers' hands. Meanwhile, after countless keynotes and training sessions, we are still thrilled to hear how QBQ makes a difference in people's lives. Yeah, when was this book written? If it was a decade and a half ago, this book has been around then. And how is it something like this? 2001. And then rewritten 2012, I think? Is that what it's saying? It's been gratifying, too, to see how consistent QBQ has been in its impact through the years. When a book is evergreen like that, when you can like just write something that everyone can relate to, no matter if like 10, 20, 30 years has gone by, that's a good book. Many books are launched with great fanfare but fade from the market, soon to be forgotten, yet QBQ has shown itself to be as relevant to people and organizations today as it ever was, which proves that we've always believed the powerful principle of personal accountability is not timely, but is forever timeless. Of course, none of this success meant QBQ couldn't be improved, so after years of feedback from readers and clients, we identified a few areas in the book where the text could be clarified and sharpened. Additionally, we included facts at the end of the book to answer readers' most commonly asked questions. Okay, so. Oh, there's a workbook as a companion piece to the QBQ, which shows our readers how to practice even greater personal accountability at work and at home. As you begin your journey through QBQ, the question behind the question, please know we're excited that you are joining us. We've made many friends around the world and now consider you to be one as well. Thank you for believing in our message. Okay. I think I saw earlier with my one good eye. Let's see. I don't know. I'm just having you guys. Don't you write? Yes, I do. I wouldn't say like I'm a full-on writer, but I've been journaling for like 20 years. I've been in a private school where creative writing was a thing, and then I did some creative writing in college, and then have maintained my journaling ever since then, and then I've been in a like creative writing club for a couple years now, many years now actually. So yeah, I think at heart I consider myself to be a writer. So thank you for that question, Eric. Do you have anything new? Let's see. Okay, so I am neither single nor doubling. Let's just put it that way. Do you? No, I don't. Which country are you from? The USA. Oh, thank you. Trying to make a coloring book. Ooh, that's cool. What is it about? Pray for me. Thank you guys for voting down below. It puts humanity, it puts faith. What's that phrase? I have faith in humanity. You guys are putting faith in humanity again just by saying hello and subscribing. Well, you know the irony, Eric, about if you can't spell that good, the coloring book doesn't have to do with that much spelling, so how can I self-study the art of journalism? Any tips? The art of journalism? Like, journalism and journaling are two very different things. Which one are you talking about? It's going to be like a step-by-step how to draw hearts. Oh, that's really cool. What do you got so far? No, I never watched Rango. Hi, Franco. I'm from India. That's cool. Ciao, Italia. That's cool. Bro. Nice. Thank you guys for subscribing down below. All the art, no words. Exactly. Google Rango's girlfriend. What are you trying to say? Let us paint your face. Gross. Don't be gross. Okay. I was thinking too, I know I did this a long time ago, but it was like so cringe. But if you go, I think I might have actually privated like all of my old videos. But I was gonna say, if you go way back into my old videos, I was making journal reading videos. But bless my sweet soul, I was not who I was meant to be yet in order to share. So I did not have the skills to make it a very impressive video, therefore it didn't get a lot of views, therefore etc, etc. So, but I'm kind of finding these live streams to be a lot more fun and entertaining. I like, you know, how we're all able to just live and interact live, but and yet like maintain personal space and boundaries, you know, like we're not all like having to meet each other in person. That would just be too much for me. Because I can just kind of feel all of your guys' energy, all of the conversations and things that you guys probably do and deal with on a daily basis. I feel things pretty deeply, but I wouldn't say I'm depressed. but thank you for asking. Not depressed. I would just say I'm calm. I'm at peace. How do you deal with problems? Well, depending on the problem, I suppose. What problems you got? For example, if I get this done, then I'm going to make 2 more books and donate them to schools. Oh, that's a really thoughtful thing to do. Hello, Nadeem. How are you? Okay, let's see. Let's do some self-reflection, guys. The Hedge says Maddie. I do go by Maddie. I kind of prefer my full name, but I'll take it. Wow, you're from Belarus. That's amazing. Nice to meet you. Nikolay Kuzmenka. I'm trying to practice having good pronunciation of names. Republic of Belarus. Where are you? I'm in the US. Hey, Madeline. Hello, Mohammed. How are you? JP says hi. Nice little profile pic you got. The Hedge. Says anyhow. You are so cute. Oh, thank you. Productivity game. It says hi. And I need more water. It's impressive how talking so much, really. It's like exercise too. But like I was saying earlier, I drank about 1.5 of these. Like every day. It helps to talk a lot, and it helps to exercise and do cardio and things like that. That's kind of what helps me. All good things. Hello, dear. Which, by the way, I need to get to doing my steps here soon. I have some work to do on my laptop while I walk. I just wanted to do some self-reflectory here, and then I'm going to get on to there, and then I'm going to do my workout outside probably, if it's not like too windy or cold. And then let's see. And then I'll probably do some more work. Then I'll probably be like physically exhausted enough to just come back to my desk and sit and work from here. So yeah. Let's see. Hello, dear. Hello, Aldo. My name is Raven. Hi, Raven. How are you? Stray Kid says hi. I'm really trying. Your mom told me I have to leave everyone alone and do something people will be proud of you for. That's very supportive advice. Donica, Texas. Hello, hello. Don't drown. I know, that's a lot of water. That's funny. I have plans to marry someone else, so I'm sorry. Do you see there are... I am new. Yay. We like new people here. Need a bigger bottle. I guess so. I mean, you don't even know the backstory. You guys, I used to walk around with a gallon jug, and it gave me, what do you call it? Tendonitis in my elbow, because it was too heavy. So I've been physically forced to downgrade bottles, if that makes sense. So I have this one here to stay at my desk, but then I have a smaller red one that's over there that I have on the go. So now that I carry like a smaller jug when I go around, which is a good idea. So, oh shit. Oh, my neck is too much forward leaning. What did you major in? Well, I have 2 degrees. I don't know if you can like see them from here. Can you all see that? So I have two, well, so there's three. There's my high school one at the top, and then off to the side, oh, let's see if I can do this right. Oh my gosh, off to this side is my first one, and that's my second one. So I have an associate's degree in psychology and a business administration bachelor's. So it's really sweet. Oh, nice. Working out might help. Yes, always helps. Hey, we can share meds. It's all good in the hood. Oh my gosh. Girlfriends. Oh dear. Oh, thank you, Dakota Wright. Oh, you dropped us just now. I did. Let's see. I can see. Oh dear, you will. Well, you shout me out. Not Johnny. Shouting you out. Oh my gosh, I want to be friends with you. You a doctor, baby? What does that? Because I've gone to schools for most of my 20s. Oh my gosh. I should have a freaking doctorate degree for how long I was in school just for freaking associates and bachelors. Jeez. But whatever. So the two degrees that I got, I know they're kind of opposing, and then I started my own LLC, fitness and nutrition business, so I'm kind of all over the place. But the psychology helps me with people, the business administration helps me to set up my business. So yeah, I understand people very well, I understand business very well. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hell yeah. Where are you from? The US. Subscriber support from London. London! I want to go to London one day. That's really cool. Oh, let's see. Can you say my name? It says remote. Oh my gosh, that was so bad. Sorry. Ramon? Or is it Raymond? Raymond Garisis? Garisis. Am I close? Skype says, can you show your nails? These are my long, natural nails. I got to go, sorry. Oh. Well, if you're subscribed, then you'll be back, hopefully. I do not smoke. I've never smoked a day in my life, although I have a funny story of one time I accidentally got high off of weed brownies. Do you guys want to hear the story? Oh my gosh, it was on accident, and it's so funny. I still laugh about it. Do you drink? Nope. I've never been blacked out drunk before. I've only been like lightly tipsy, and that's like, I don't go any further than that. I don't actually really like being tipsy. I don't really like it that much. I mean, I guess I see why people do, but maybe I'm too much of a control freak, and I don't like it. And then on top of that, this is kind of deep, but my dad was an alcoholic. He had bad addiction issues because of his past, and so I have a very vivid memory of my mom being very upset and holding the arms of me and my brother, who's, like 15 months younger than me, while we're both like 7 or 8, like super young, maybe even like 6 or 7, like really young. I don't think my 2 younger siblings were born yet, but I still remember this. We were at the park by my house, And I guess she was upset about something my dad was doing at the moment, and she just had both of our arms like looking at both of us and was just like, please promise me today you will never touch cigarettes, drugs, alcohol. Please, like, don't ever touch that stuff. And it's really stuck with me my whole life. And so yeah, that's just been like, it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it now. But yeah, that's been like that's been my life. It's just been to avoid all of that. And I watched it's kind of make me a little emotional. I've had to watch my dad go through a lot of stuff, and then he was a victim of homicide about 6.5 years ago. He just kind of met the wrong people and they killed him. And so I will never touch drugs and alcohol, not because I feel like I would become like those evil people doing what they did, but because my life just needs to be completely different. I can't follow in any of that mess. Like, there is some crazy, awful, dirty things that people do in their life, and I just don't want any part of it. I don't want to know what drugs and alcohol does to your brain, chemically, physically. I don't want to know what addiction is like. I don't want any part of that kind of pain. That is terrible, and I'm like so deeply pained for people who go through that. Makes me very emotional. So yes, have no fear, I will be clean my whole life. Can you show your nails? I already showed them, silly Nilly. You just probably weren't looking when I was showing them, but maybe if I just keep them here for a second. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Being drunk is cool, but the process of getting there sucks. I mean, why then? Why bother? That's always my question. Why bother? Why? I don't know. I just watched a girl using a carrot to enjoy herself. There's everything on this page. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Thank you guys. I'm sorry to hear that. So let's see. I have 2 questions for you guys. Hi guys. One of them being, well, maybe not questions. What are they? I don't really know how to segue into this, but basically, my intentions for being here, for putting myself out there on social, is not only just to meet new friends, meet new people out in the world, find new opportunities, grow as a person, all that good stuff, but yeah, Let's see, seriously speaking, how can I be as calm as you are? That's a couple things you could do. Be in a peaceful environment is a huge one. That's huge. If your environment is crazy wild, you've got people everywhere, you don't have a place for peace and solitude, it's never gonna happen. And then the second thing is I meditate and I journal a lot, so that I'm not so like loud and expressive and like, oh my gosh, and whatever. I don't even know how to describe what, being loud and chaotic looks like and how it feels, but being in a peaceful environment helps a ton. Journaling, meditating, deep breaths helps a ton. Just calm yourself down. Nothing needs to be said. Nothing needs to be done. It's a good way to calm your nervous system down. Pretend like you're in a library. That'll help a lot too. You want to be rich? Yes, I do. Because it's just funny how money is the currency to many things. It's the currency to peace, freedom, love, security, friendship. It answers and it solves a lot of problems. So, yes, I do. And I shouldn't really have to feel embarrassed about wanting to be rich. I think we all do, right? It's not something we should be ashamed about. It's like if you have good intentions and you have good plans for what you plan to do with being rich, and you don't plan on being a selfish butthead, then I think it's a good thing. Are you scared to meet new people? No. I'm excited. It's fun. It's only not fun if it's not productive or if I'm exhausted from socializing so much. Then I just need a break and I'll come back to it when I feel better again. But yeah, how tall are you? 5'7.5". I think a lot of women are kind of doing the braid these days. But interesting opinion. Strong and smart. That's very sweet, thank you. Vasalu says hi. There is a coffee shop nearby if you would like to go, open today and tomorrow. And what is the name of that coffee shop? Body Spirit Connection. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Where are you from? I'm from the US. Chinese poster? No. King Bill says, hey queen. Hey, how's it going? Top tier billionaire. Hey, the blue looks good on you. Thank you. Contrast with your eyes. Money solves a ton of issues, just not purpose. True that. Timely, very timely for you to be here too, because I just started talking about that. No money, no problems. I'm sure there's a happy medium. What do you like to do in your free time? I kind of think no money equals lots of problems. Because if you think about it, if I've got no way to celebrate Christmas, I have not been able to get my family Christmas gifts in a couple years, and that's just like hard. My mom's not been able to spoil her own 4 children all of these years because she's been on a teacher's salary and has been just basically broke. basically paycheck to paycheck all these years, and if gift giving is like your love language, or if gift receiving is your love language, or any, love language, sure, you can do things very cheaply, but there are just some gifts you want to give that are on the pricier side, and you can't. And so there's, compromise constantly, but your soul is just kind of like sad. And so I just want to have a big enough impact and a big enough brand or story to tell, all of that it just elevates my life so that I'm living bigger. That's really all it comes down to. Is I've got the amazing family, I've got the amazing partner, I've been working on myself for years, so I feel rich in my own soul. I'm in an amazing community here in this really sweet town. Like, I've got a roof over my head, I've got a car for getting places, I've got good friends. I know that life is really more of just about people, and that money is just kind of a way to get to these people, or, if you want to gift something to people, you don't have to say no all the time. Like, no, I can't. It's so hard to always have to say no. You want to say yes. You want to live in abundance. But if the finances aren't keeping up with that, then it's just not going to work. What do you like to do in your free time? Work. If you like what you do so much that in your free time that's exactly what you do, then there you go. So let me just mention something really quickly. Another reason why I'm out here and why I want to have the amount of impact that I have is in I was talking about this yesterday too, but I have so many new faces here that I want to share this with you guys too. Is I decided that I wanted to have impact through fitness and nutrition, which I know they're two very shallow buckets. They're two very what some people would say is in a saturated industry, and there are a lot of crazy high energy people around it, and that's kind of what a lot of people think, is that if you get a personal trainer, they're just going to be like, drop down and give me 50. They're going to be crazy, and they're going to make you do shit that you regret later because you're injured. But I'm quite proud to be bringing a different package, so to speak. I'm proud to be bringing a different package to the fitness world, where it's not about being go, go, go. It's not about being high energy. It's about being good energy. And just the fact that in our modern time, stress is higher than ever, yet we have no outlet. Our muscle mass is lower than ever because we're not moving half as much as we used to. We are all physically dealing with high cortisol, high insulin, lack of sleep, high amounts of stress, all these things that are not conducive for a healthy homeostasis state of physicality being. I don't think any of that made sense, so I'm just going to be honest. But seriously, how many of you would say that you have the right amount of muscle mass on your frame Like if you took a body composition test, which actually exists, would it say that you need more muscle, less muscle, or you have just the right amount? That's always my barometer. I'm always thinking I need more. I don't have enough. I have just barely, more than maybe the average amount of people. I need more. I think, actually, I'll take that back. I probably, let's say most people with their muscle mass amount is probably right here. I'm probably right here, but still, I need to be like right here. This is baseline. If this is baseline amount of how much muscle you need to have on your frame just to avoid insulin sensitivity, resistance, just to avoid insulin resistance and to sleep better at night so that you feel better during the day, so that your stress is way lower and you're able to think clearly and all these great things. You don't have pent-up anger, pent-up anxiety, pent-up depression, all these other awful symptoms. Have you thought that maybe it's because your muscle mass is way down here and this metabolic organ needs to be up here? It is just crazy to me that this is not a priority for more people. This to me is scary. This to me is, holy shit, if we don't do something about this. We're gonna start looking like Wall-E. And if you guys have seen Wall-E, I'm referring to the, was it Wall-E? I think it was, when everyone starts getting all large and in charge, and then they have to have like these like mobile chairs that zoom them around places. They can't even walk anymore. And I really don't, obviously that's very extreme, and I'm not trying to be extreme. I'm just kind of shocked at how our bodies are changing and it's become perfectly normal to go from one extreme to the other, and how we have all been very, very fit and in shape and able to do lots of things way back, 90s, 80s, 70s, and before. But all of a sudden here in the 2000s, we're like, oh, having a little body fat ain't that bad. Sure, it's true. We're not in survival mode anymore, but we don't want to go to the other end of the extreme and end up on this side where it's just too much, Let's find the happy medium where we have a good amount of muscle mass, our body fat is low, our visceral fat is close to nothing. Have you guys thought about visceral fat? That's even worse. So, yeah, I'm sure we all hear this stuff all the time, maybe. I don't know. Where are you guys at with this? Do you guys hear this kind of stuff a lot? Do you guys like to hear about it? Is it annoying? Is it a good motivator? Is it a good reminder? All I'm trying to be is a good reminder. I'm really not trying to be annoying about it. So let me read these really quick. It probably would behoove me, though, to get onto my treadmill here to get my own steps done, so that I feel good, and then I get my strength training in. And there are just so many comments to catch up on. Short and don't allow people to take advantage of your kindness. Preach. How does one get rid of visceral fat? Good question. Well, it's all connected to your body, right? That is the internal stuff. That's the stuff around the organs. What do y'all think about fasting? So yeah, visceral fat's is the fat around the organs, which, you know, suffocating your organs. It's not good for your organs. You'd think it would be okay, but it's been proven not to be so great, and to be even worse than the subcutaneous fat, which is the fat you like have on the outside. So so how one gets rid of visceral fat, kind of just how you get rid of the subcutaneous. Build muscle, eat your protein, lots of water, good sleep at night will help tremendously. Eating your veggies, lay off of the processed stuff for a little while. Eat your veggies, your fruits, your lean proteins, lots of water. Those really are the basics. And so yeah, that's hopefully a good way to tie into the programs that I have developed. There's a 6-month online transformation program that helps you take those habits and to focus on them on a daily basis. So it's an accountability program. I also create a fitness plan so that you are accountable to that, and I help curate, well, I kind of bounce between a couple things, but I give you macros to follow, essentially. Keep the nutrients as high as possible. Don't get too into like, if it fits your macros lifestyle. It's really just about eat whole foods, eat lots of protein, all that good stuff. So I've developed a pretty hefty 6-month program, and we work pretty closely together to make that fit into your life. And with this amount of attention that I give to each client, I really can't accept a ton of people. So I think I have one right now, and then I have about 3 in-person personal training clients right now. So, and then I have my online monthly fitness and nutrition challenge, which is awesome. That's on an app, and I curate a plan for the whole month for training. There's a community on there, and there's nutrition related bundles on there. However, I'm also available to help you out with the nutrition side of things. And so all my links are in my bio. If you go to my website, all my programs are there. If you go to my bio, the Solin challenge is on there as well. So I have all my links there. If you don't see it, or if it's hard to get to, or you want to ask me questions about it, I think my Instagram is on my bio too. That is a good place to go to instantly get access to asking me things about it. And yeah, so I've had my own journey with fitness and nutrition. It's essentially changed and elevated and brought so much peace and understanding, not only of myself but of the world too. And so I know it's super cheesy. I know fitness and nutrition, it's, you know, it's so saturated, but when you come from a place of like, I don't know, where you use your story to fuel the passion to touch the hearts and lives of other people who have yet to experience the amount of joy and peace and strength that I feel, like, that's where I come from. So I hope that makes sense, and I hope that helps. Let's see. Amanda Charles says hi. Says hi. Hang around where I grew up as a kid. I'm used to things. Okay, go lose overall body fat. Essentially, fasting helps. I know. Yeah, I mean, scientifically it's been proven to help, but honestly, it's just being in a deficit overall. I personally don't do fasting. It doesn't, I don't know. It's just, I've just decided I don't like it. Hormonally, it kind of messes with me. Mentally, it's just too much. And then I've had experiences with it where I'll go a super long time without eating, thinking like, oh yeah, a calorie deficit. And then I get so hungry that I just eat everything and then I just wipe it out completely. Like all my efforts were just gone. So I'll do like an easy fast. Like I'll do like an overnight fast, essentially. Easy, right? If I sleep for 8 hours, but then I had like maybe an hour or two before bed where I didn't eat, and then an hour or two after I wake up, that's 12 hours right there, And that seems to be what works for me, but I do enjoy food. I do thrive off of eating 5 to 6 meals a day, so that's what I did for my bodybuilding show, and that worked really well for me. So it's interesting to have had all this experience of like, oh, try this diet, oh, try this format, try this structure, try all these things. And then the second I get with a bodybuilding prep coach, boom, I lose 20 pounds in like 4 months. So off of eating 5 to 6 meals a day. But the thing that remained was that I was in a calorie deficit that didn't fuck me up, or that didn't mess with my mind. It worked, and it was gentle, and it was awesome. I felt great. My running was better. My workouts were awesome. I wasn't carrying around an extra 20 pounds of body fat. It was awesome. So, but if fasting works, like you want to fast all day and eat a meal at night, go OMAD or something, and that works for you, do it. I just know that when you are already, I guess I'm speaking from an already like relatively lean person who's trying to diet even more down, that's hard. If you're 35% body fat, if you're on the bigger side, it's easy to do an OMAD. It's easy to fast because you already have so much fuel to pull from, that you can just keep going and you eat a meal and you're like, I'm great, let's go to bed and do this all over again. But the more muscle you have, the faster your metabolism is, the more you train, the more you need to eat. If you're already pretty lean and like your body's just like, I need to eat more, then you're just going to start stripping away at your muscle, and I don't want to do that. So I just eat 5 to 6 times a day. So fat consumption, counting macros too. At least performance of fat consumption. I think I understand what you're saying. That's cool. I like your eyes, thank you. Drink water, fasting. Runned around with snakes and swam with sharks, and it's just a normal day. Awesome. Well, thank you. Fruit Loops, part of your healthy food pyramid. Don't worry about poison food color. I know, seriously, where are you? Love Fruit Loops. They're crunchy and they're kind of sweet and tasty. I don't blame you. Just eat it with some protein. And even your YouTube short content is great. Oh, thank you. Beast. It's been a minute. I know, I'm working on it. I'm trying to do better about it. Like some vegan, but need some other food. I don't blame you. Don't forget about gut health, microbiome, and the importance of gut health and disease. 100%. Seriously, like, that's so important. Long hands. Yes, I do. Can I have a dinner in your house? Like as if it's an item or something, sir. Eyes are gorgeous. Thank you. Fruit Loops diabetic training. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. I've been through a 75 challenge. I've not done the 75-day challenge, 75 hard or whatever people call it. I've not done that. But I've done a 10-month bodybuilding prep. I'd say that's pretty close to second on that. You should enjoy all the beautiful moments because life is short. Thank you. Looking very beautiful, very sweet. Hola. It's all day. Virtual world. For health discourse. Yeah. Pure fruit, then eat Fruit Loops. Oh my gosh. I beg to differ on that comment. Diabetes can be fun. Jokes. You play jokes. Dr. Ray P. What's a meal you like to eat? Right now my favorite is those Oikos Greek yogurts containers with mixed, like a little handful of mixed nuts on top, a little drizzle of honey, and then some decaf coffee with lactose-free milk. Delicious. Warm, high protein. Delicious. If it's trying to catch up on these comments, you guys. Hi Jack, Botha. I just eat less. Oh, that's such a simple way to put it, isn't it? I feel like it's a little bit harder than that because I'm on a menstrual cycle. It's not as easy as that for me. But I'm glad it is for you, so stick to it. Do it. Be a good example of health to others. Yeah, I've heard about the whole spiking your insulin thing, and yes, so what I can say is that it's been confirmed that that has affected people in that way, and that if they start fasting, then they reverse that. That is very true. And at the same time, there have been studies done on the opposite, where it doesn't make that much of a difference. So just keep doing what you're doing. So it really just depends on how your body reacts to it. Like, let's say, I know most recently I did a blood test and my cholesterol was high and my A1C was high. So I was coming up to like the pre-diabetic levels, and I'm just like blown away. This was just a couple months ago. And I'm truly blown away. But I'm, young, it doesn't run in the family, all these things. Why is this happening? And so I do partly attribute that to kind of a combination of the bodybuilding diet where, you know, it's whole foods, but even whole foods has a lot of cholesterol in it. So I made a lot of food swaps for protein. I now have a vegan protein shake, and I have more tofu for protein. I have, what else have I swapped out? I eat more salmon for omega-3s. All these different things. So I hope that next time I check, my cholesterol will be lower. I have actually felt a massive difference. Have you guys ever done the hand trick? Every time I eat something, do I feel puffy or do I feel the same? So start noticing if I eat something like, I used to think it was something with a lot of carbs in it, I get puffy, which has been true, but I also think it's something else too. And if my hand, if this part of my finger can't touch this part of my hand because I'm so puffy and I can only do that, I've eaten something that's like obviously made my blood super thick, or I have water retention in my hands, something. And so I see that as like an insulin spike, right? And so I've been paying a lot of attention. And there was at one point before I took the blood test, it was right around this time, where I couldn't touch at all for like days. And I was just like, oh no, this is not good. There is something going on. I need to go get this checked out. And so I did. And that's when I realized that my A1C, so basically I'm, becoming pre-diabetic if I'm not careful. And my cholesterol was high, and I just thought I have to do something about this. So immediately made food swaps that took a lot of cholesterol out, even if other people say, oh, it's not bad cholesterol. I just, no eggs, no chicken, no red meat. Like, there's just certain foods, right, that have a higher amount of cholesterol, whether it's good or bad. I just have taken it out. I just want to see how my body responds, and maybe I'll add it in or I'll have sparse amounts of it, but I just know that if I don't do something about it, shit's gonna get bad. So, and yeah, it's been about a couple months, no problem. I have not had issues since. I'm clear. And so I'm proud of myself for doing that so quickly. I took action, made that happen, and not having any more puffiness in my hands. It's hard to experience, where am I feeling puffiness? Like, are my ankles swelling? Are my feet swelling? That's another indicator. It's a good place to look. Like, if you feel like your feet swell, look into that. But I used my hand as a good measurement, and I've not felt that ever since. So I think I will stick with what I'm doing now to solve and settle the insulin, the A1C problems, because I think that the nutrition side has helped a ton, but there is more to do with, do I try the low glycemic foods? Do I fast more? Trying the things that other people have discovered help with insulin sensitivity, insulin resistance, insulin fresh in the body. Resistance training is a huge help on that. Eating your protein, but lean protein, low cholesterol protein is a huge help on insulin resistance. So I think I'm on a much better track. That's also why I'm trying to build more muscle, because as much as I have done a good job to build lots of quad strength, lots of solid arms, there's no flabby bat wings here. I know I need to build more. My back needs to be bigger. My abs could be stronger. all these things. So that is the goal, and I will probably work on this until it is time to cut for my show in October. So that is the plan. That is what we're doing. Let's see. Oh, these are not math scabs. You missed my rant earlier about how sober I am. Once this is posted, go back and watch this. I'm not going back into it. It was emotional. Oh no, they're not meth scabs. They're just, it's acne. I've been breaking out lately. One there, one there. My poor skin. It's okay. People say cholesterol is bad, but then people are on keto. I know! And are in the best shape ever. I guess it really depends on the individual, 100%. I did keto as just an experiment. It wasn't really because I was trying to fix anything, but my dad was on it. So this was like way back, like at least 10 years ago, I have to say. I tried it out mostly, I suppose, just for fat loss reasons. I wanted to see what would happen to my body, and yeah, I'd say water retention kind of went down. I don't know what my biomarkers were for cholesterol or anything like that at the time. But yeah, I noticed that water weight came down. I lost a few pounds. I felt a little different. But yeah, I've heard of that too, where I have a client right now who says that she tried it and it shot her cholesterol through the roof, but her husband is on it and lives like it's his Bible or something, like. So, oh, I've heard of Suboxone. I actually know somebody who's on Suboxone. I don't know why you're naming all these different drugs. That's a recovery drug, by the way, so. Whew. I am getting tired. Holy moly, your hands get that puffy. I've never heard of that technique before. Yeah, they do. Let's see, how are your cats? They are good. They are sleeping right now, finally. Oh my gosh. They're annoying little turds sometimes. They like make so much noise all night long. That's why we don't sleep with them. But you can hear them in the other room all night long, and then they just sleep all day. Silly nilly. And then they want your attention, and then they want to puke fur balls everywhere, and then they like poop in their litter box, and it stinks up the whole room. And this is where my desk is, so there's just a whole wind tunnel of stink. It's great. It's great. Aw, thank you guys for liking. That was your 100 like. Aw, that's really sweet. Thanks guys for liking. Let's see, how old are you? I'll let you be the guess. How many days do you show stronger? I don't understand that question, my friend. But I'll have to skip all the way down. What kind of work do you do? I have started my own fitness and nutrition business. So, I am a personal trainer. I'm an online personal trainer. I have a couple online programs, and I teach in person as well. I have a group class, group strength training class, which they call it stretch and strengthen. My class takers, they call it stretch and strengthen because they are retired and they need to stretch, and this is their time to stretch and strengthen their muscles because they want to live a long life. They want to be Alzheimer's free. They want to have healthy brains, healthy bodies. They want to have mobility for a long time. They're thinking about their future, and I hope that inspires you guys to also think about your future. So yeah. Let's see, stressful. Business is very stressful. Not 25 and not 35. Try somewhere in the middle, you guys, and not 42. Not there yet. Be my personal trainer. Okay. Well, you can inquire on my bio. I know you're talking about health, but you also said bodybuilding. Are you planning on getting on gear? I'm on gear, by the way, for medical. Oh, interesting. I don't plan on it. I think, me personally, I too much associate the thought patterns of enhancements as a fine line between taking drugs too. In my mind, at least. I know other people probably don't see it that way, but I probably won't do it. But good question. Thank you. I know, so thank you. Talking about brains as well, do you use any type of nootropics? No. I have before some adaptogens or, things like that, but I'm not crazy about it. It's, I don't know. I kind of like the state that I'm in already, and I don't feel like I need to enhance what I'm doing. But let's see, I should probably charge my phone. I'm getting pretty low on battery. Okay. I probably won't do too much with the nootropics. I think mushroom coffee has been pretty good. I tried that before. It's kind of on the tasty side. I think I did like lion's mane, and it was like supposed to be a coffee replacer. So if you're trying to switch over, then oh wait, no, that's not true. It was like dandelion root. Ooh, really close, Kenneth. Not 32, but that's really sweet. Can I meet you? We're kind of meeting right now. It's nice to meet you. I definitely need more water. Oh, man. Thank you, Kenneth. Oh, dear. Okay. Well, it's been super nice to be on here. I think maybe I'll hop back on later, but I'm gonna get myself all put together. I'm in my PJ still, it's like almost noon. So I'm gonna put my workout clothes on, I'm gonna get some work done. I'm gonna walk and work over here on my little setup. So there's my walking treadmill, that's my little desk. There's my water. So I'm gonna get my 10,000 steps done, and then I'm gonna go get in a workout. We're gonna hold each other accountable, guys. So I'm gonna get in a workout later. I'm gonna demo one of the workouts that I have will be going into my May fitness and nutrition Solin challenge. So if you're interested, then I'll see ya. Bye, guys.